What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So I actually made a video asking your guys' opinion, but I decided this is the best for the DC. Return it to the way it was before. Think about Vegeta. When he wanted to return to the way he was before, the ultimate warrior. No weaknesses, unhindered by foolish emotion. This is how we gotta do it. You know, we have to do it this way, folks. Because any other way I put it, it just doesn't work. So to keep this absolutely freaking gorgeous statue and to have it highlighted, you got to put it there. I tried doing her right there and then Batman there, but it looked off because you got like two J&Ds, then a giant Batman. I wish I could do Wonder Woman bust next to her, but with the horse, it doesn't work. Now, the only way it can work is if I do the horse right there, and then J&D Wonder Woman right there, and Harley there. The biggest problem with that is Wonder Woman horse is so big, she's a centerpiece, so it works really good where she's at. And Wonder Woman bust is a small bust, and when I look at this display, like so, I like seeing two big busts in the corner. I also like Batman next to Harley. I think that looks really good. However, I think of all the pros and cons, this one works the best because you get the J&D girls. Wonder Woman doesn't get her bust, but she's the centerpiece. And she looks absolutely gorgeous. And then Aquaman has to go here, which means this display is tighter, of course. But it should still work fine. Like I can still see him good. The only annoying thing is Darkseid, his weapon's a little blocked. I still like that weapon pose the best. Like I do like the arms behind the back a lot. I think it looks good. But the arm up like that with the weapon is awesome. Now, I can still see the entire weapon if I just, of course, walk over here. Just from normal viewing angles, it's obviously blocked right there and by his leg. And Darkseid bust, we have 25, 26 inches right here. His base is about 24 inches, and then his shoulders pop out a few inches. So his shoulder is probably going to come to like right here, and then obviously a little bit off this shelf as well. Although his shoulder doesn't poke out as much on this side. But he'll go there. And then we had to return Suicide Squad line together and this like that. I was, previously trying to do like Shazam in this shelf. And, like it did look good, but some of the statues were blocked. I'm trying to get ideal viewing angles. I do like Black Adam next to Shazam better. However, if you put Black Adam there, he's going to block Shazam. So you can't do that. And you don't want Black Adam pushed back because then you won't get optimal viewing angles. He's the tallest, so he needs to come forward. So I think this is the best angles for that. And then this like that. And I think this is the best options for me. So kind of just like my OG plan before someone decided to buy my Wonder Woman off me. And then it changed kind of everything. So, but we're just going to go back to what it was before. Darkseid bust there. And then Mark 43 down there-ish, or I don't know if it could fit down here somewhere, but we're going to figure it out when we get it. I'm thinking probably just behind Captain Marvel. I'd love to get it right next to Hulkbuster, like right there or right there. But with, Doctor Strange there, obviously it's not going to fit there, and I can't put another shelf in front. That is a very limited walking space. So it just would not work. So the only way we can get it is behind Captain Marvel. Maybe someday I'll be able to get it next to Hulkbuster. I do want this statue because it is like the perfect companion piece. Matching base. It's the armor from the movie. And I do love that armor, actually. I think it's really cool looking. I used to own Iron Studios one and I always loved it. So I still think, it's best we have it and we like, although the displays like this, someday I may figure out a way to get them together. There's always a way. So, yeah, but I think, I was thinking up a lot of ideas for DC. I've thought of potentially rearranging the whole room so I could do the DC girl wall, but at the end of the day, there are several things that are super important to me. One is the Trinity wall. That's crucial for me. Another, having all Dark Knight Rises together. Now, it's not ideal having them at different height levels. However, Joker bust is substantially better when he's like this high, because then it gives me perfect viewing angles into his face. Because of that way his head is like angled down. When he's on a standard shelf like this, it would not work good like there, for example. It would work only right here, because then I could have the chair and I could sit down and see it good. But from standing up, because generally when I view these statues, I'm always standing. Like I rarely move my chair over here. I want good viewing angles. And so right now I do have very good viewing angles. I was thinking if I could somehow bring in, at a minimum, Joker, Batman, and, Catwoman into this display and remove some of the, like, Steppenwolf, Wonder Woman on horse, like do Wonder Woman on horse right there with Steppenwolf and Black Adam, lower that shelf. I was like, is it possible to make it work? And space-wise, it just doesn't work. To be able to fit the entire Dark Knight Rises line minus Bane, realistically, it's going to take, at a minimum, from there to here, boom, the entire Dark Knight Rises line, And then you'd have to do like Wonder Woman over there, and then somehow fit Darkseid bust in 1/3 here. It just wouldn't work, folks. It just wouldn't work. So this is the best way. Even though I really like Wonder Woman bust next to Wonder Woman J&D, it still is in my best interest to just do it this way. I do really like her there, but it's in my best interest to do it this way. So we're just going to keep it like this. I do want to get her poster back. I got the digital scan. The place I would print it out at, their printer broke. So I'm waiting for the replacement. They said it's in Salt Lake City for 5 days now, but they have to schedule business delivery. So as soon as that's delivered, I'm going to get it. However, I'm going to print the poster a little larger than the original, Sideshow format, because they did like a weird size, like 17 inches by like 20 something. It was like a weird, I just want it 18 by 24. And I want to throw it in one of those type of frames, not my massive frame I had the other, time, because that frame was just too big. So I'm going to buy that frame and make sure it fits the frame perfectly, because I can print it any size I want. And so we'll print that, it'll be the same quality as the original, but printed a little bit bigger for better, viewing. So, yeah, folks, but this is pretty much it. Just going back. Sometimes you try new displays, but they just don't work. Sometimes they do, like I didn't mind the J&D girls down there. Like I tried it. I have pictures on my Facebook group. It's not horrible, but it's not great. And I really think it's just a crime, like punishable, to put J&Ds down low. They're too expensive. You're paying like thousands of dollars for that face, that silicone face where you have glass eyes, hand punched hair. And when you're looking at it, and like that is your angle, you're like, why even own it? You need to get those optimal viewing angles and good lighting. Like I got light right here. It's like this is really good lighting area. So you just need those good viewing angles. Where the Prime one, like I can still see all their faces perfect. Not an issue. I'd say the only one you can't see the face perfect is Aquaman, but frankly, I'm not looking at his face. I'm looking at his armor and that base. That's a statue I've never really focused on his face. And everyone else, I can't see their face. Pretty decent. Probably Cyborg, not the best, but still fine. Because him, again, you're looking at his armor mostly. But yeah, this is just what I wanted to let you know, folks. DC, we're just going to kind of do the original plan before we sold J&D Wonder Woman. I think this is still the best, overall. In a perfect world, I would actually just remove that Steppenwolf. And not have it there so it could be more spacious and just have Darkseid with Darkseid bust. Steppenwolf theoretically can fit in this display. He theoretically could fit. Like if you moved Black Adam, you could, this is 41 inches height. Steppenwolf is 30. He needs 38 inches. Or actually, wait. No. He needs 40 inches and this display is 43 inches. I got 2 inches extra height. However, look at Black Adam. He's a little bit shorter than, he's 38 inches tall, and I can barely see to the top of his head. So if you do Steppenwolf, his head would be more like up here, and I wouldn't see it good. So, besides, Steppenwolf is such a good statue. Like, oh my gosh, he's so freaking cool. So I don't want to put him in a bad viewing spot, so he needs to be top shelf. He is extremely cool. But anyways, folks, that is it. Just wanted to share with you guys. So this is the plan for right now. Who knows? Things always change in my mind, but Dark Side Bus is shipped. It actually did ship C. I thought it was going to be DHL, but it's not. So it's going to take about 3 weeks to get here. But it's been shipped for a few days now. So in about 3 weeks time frame, we'll be getting Dark Side Bus. So very excited to get that. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.